gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me.
You know I gotta give them what they asked for, like Tupac spit out of town.
Good evening from downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, here in Rockets land, you think of Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone, and of course the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. But a new chapter being written right now here in Texas.
Oh yeah, you think about Clutch City, Hustle Town, USA. But put all that aside. This team for the last several years has been on the edge of success. Let's see if they can take the next step.
And when you think of the Rockets, you think fun. This one could be as well tonight. The opening tip goes the way of the Rockets. They'll have it first as we're underway in Houston. Paul to Anthony. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Beverly down low to Williams. The pass set it all up.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Now it's Harden at the controls to Capella. Slam dunk.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Cashes in for two.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Paul across the timeline. They trail by 2. Deep right corner, Anthony. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Missed his first. That one goes.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Beverly. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Can't connect. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's the second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Here comes the screen. And the basket good at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Beverly to Gortat. Won't go down. Paul. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
To Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To Harden. Shot from the lane won't go. Harris to Beverly. Here's a chance from long range. Never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide open 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Deep 2 there, won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Tucker to Harden. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Paul with it up top. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Anthony to Paul. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Not today.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Driving right to the basket. To P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range. Curling inside. And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that? Time expires on the quarter. The Clippers have the lead. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
To P.J. Tucker. No good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Hat-trick Beverly. He's 3 for 7.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Lets it fly from long range. Tucker, dead on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Beverly. Working it outside. To Bradley. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Can't connect from inside.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Rivers into the front court. Down 6. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it. So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in LA. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years. But LeBron James is in LA now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Harden. Gets it in the left corner. To Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
That's blocked by Nene.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Gordon with it. Down two. Nene, and he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. It's LA Clippers ball. Beverley to Bradley. Won't go. Gordon with it. Down just a couple. To Harden. From the painted area, won't go down. Can't connect from in close. And draws the foul.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Clippers have the basketball to Tobias Harris. Beverley. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Tucker. 4-3. Misfires. It's no good. Great feed. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go. Yes. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Marcin Gortat at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 67%. And he missed the free throw. to Capella. Clint Capella, 3 for 3 in this first half.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Beverly into the front court. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. And a nice finish at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Beverly into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Tobias Harris above the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
It's good. And 1.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Carmelo Anthony trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good. A 3-point play as they move in front here just before the break. That'll do it for the first half. The Clippers are out in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. LA Clippers with the basketball to Bradley.
Hey, shut up.
And the rebound by Tucker. Capella to Harden. James Harden. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Paul into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
And scores. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Capella. Anthony to Paul. Fires the 3. Not that time. He missed it. The follow won't go either. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Clint Capella at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 48% free throw shooter. Free throw try, off the mark. Deep left corner. Bradley to Gortat. A shot rejected by Capella.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Anthony to P.J. Tucker. To Paul. Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Harden with it up top. Leads a bucket. Anthony to Harden. For three, with James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense to Gortat. Won't go. Another follow. Still no good. Capella to Paul. From long range. And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there. 4-3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Substitutions, L.A.
Here's a chance from long range. It's Capella who clears the rebound. Gordon with it. It's an 8-point lead. To Paul. Fires the three. Chris Paul is going to get a chance at three here. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Beverly into the front court. His guys trail by 10. And scores. Strong take.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Tucker. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Harden in possession. His team on top by 8. To P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for three. Tucker, dead on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Bradley to Beverly. Doesn't have the touch. No good. We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
P.J. Tucker, that's his second personal foul.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
Deep three at the buzzer. This quarter's in the books. The Rockets with the lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Williams to Beverly. Lets it fly from long range, and Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Trying to cash in. Tucker with a shot that misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Gets it in the right corner. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Tucker with the rebound. Harden into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To P.J. Tucker. Stuffs it down with authority. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Beverly to Williams. Has a chance. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ooh, don't see the read, be the read.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Paul to P.J. Tucker. 4-3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Now Paul with the basketball. Lead is 12. To Harden. From the painted area, won't go down. To Williams. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Lou Williams trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good. A three-point play. And they're back within single digits. Down by 9. To Anthony. Had a chance, but it's no good. Capella. That out of his range and no good. Harris to Williams. Finish that. to Capella. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Williams' shot won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Paul into the front court. The lead stands at 9. To Anthony. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce. To Tobias Harris. And count the basket inside. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. That's going to be their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts the rest of the game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
To Harden. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Harris. To Williams. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. For three, no good. To Harden. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
And there's the foul. Gonna play this one out, even though it seems all but over in a 9-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander from long range. That no good. Off the mark. Lou Williams. He's 3 for 7.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Harden to Paul. Here's a chance from long range, and Boban there to take in the rebound. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Lou Williams at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Raymond Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets edged out a close victory in today's game. What really stands out for me is how many three-pointers were scored. Everyone in the arena should have been given a free umbrella for the way they made it rain from long range. The Rockets got their scoring from the guys you're seeing here on screen. The Clippers must be devastated after such a close loss.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Houston Rockets.